Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to Tabletop Baseball TV. This is CP Cards and Dice, your host, and we are joining a presentation of the 2019 Mets using Inside Pitch. I'm going to get started right away. I'm doing a old school pencil and paper scorecard. Later, I'll input it into Replay Baseball PC game. And let's see. That's good. This is the third game of a three-game series. The Mets have won both games. Actually, no, I'm sorry. They lost the first game. They won the second game. So this is the rubber match. It's going to be McNeil leading off in right field, Conforto in center field, batting second. Frazier, the first baseman today. That's unusual, but he's at first base. He's relieving Pete Alonso. He's batting third. Batting cleanup is second baseman Robbie Cano. J.D. Davis is batting fifth in left field. Rosario is a shortstop, batting sixth. Batting seventh is Adeiny Chavarria at third base. Thomas Nido is allowing Wilson Ramos to rest, and he's a catcher in the eighth spot. And then it's Syndergaard in the ninth spot. Syndergaard was 10-8 with a 4.28 ERA in 2019. And the home team at PNC Park is Frazier at second base, Reynolds in left field, batting second. Batting third is Marte, the center fielder. Josh Bell is in cleanup first baseman. Batting fifth is the ex-Yankee Melky Cabrera. Batting sixth is Moran, the third baseman. Then it's Kevin Newman at short. And then it's Jacob Stallings at catcher, batting eighth. And then batting ninth is Musgrove. Musgrove was 11-12 with a 4.44 ERA and 170 innings pitched. We're ready to roll. It's going to be the red is going to be the column. The white is going to be the row. And it's Musgrove versus Jeff McNeil. Here's the pitch. It's a 2-1. That's a potential K. And we're rolling a 17. It won't be a K, so we're going to roll off McNeil. And it's a 2-6, and that's a question mark 9. We used that already. And a 17 is going to be a fly ball to right. And Cabrera in right field runs it down, F9. That's the first out of the game. This is 3-3 from Musgrove, and that's a tired single, but he's not tired yet, so we're rolling off of Conforto. And that's another 3-3 back. That's line, base hit center field. Played on a hop by Marte in center. All right, so Conforto's on first, and it's Frazier. 6-2. 6-2 is a hit by pitch. Frazier's a 17, and Musgrove's a +1. That's an 18. That is, so Frazier gets plunked, and he hits down to first base. That's a hit batter. Looks like a hit by pitch. Let's do that. That looked like a home run. So it's going to be first and second there. And it's Robbie Cano. And then that's a 2-6, error on a grounder, potential error on a grounder, a 6-2, fly ball to center. So Cano lifts one to center. Marte settles under and makes the catch. And now Musgrove to J.D. Davis is a 2-3, and that's a potential K. A 6 will be a K, and he strikes out Davis, and that retires the side. So that's 1 out, 2 outs, and 3 outs for the inning. Go to the bottom of the first. 1 hit, no runs, 1 hit. And it's going to be Frazier leading off. Here he goes. That's a 4-6. That's a potential K. We roll a 4. That's low enough to be a K, so it's a strikeout on Frazier. I think I'm getting I can hear the truck outside. I think I'm getting a package. That's a 6-2. It's a ballpark. And a ballpark is a 5-4, and that's going to be a ground ball into right field. Base hit for Reynolds. Off of Syndergaard. That's a 2-5. That's going to be a double question mark. 8 is going to be, 18 rather, is going to be above that. So we're rolling off Marte. And it's a 2-2 off Marte. That's popped up. Infield. Rosario settles under it, makes the catch. And now it's Josh Bell, pitch off of Syndergaard. That's a potential K. We roll an 18. That's too high to be a K. So it's a 1-4 off Josh Bell, and that's a fly ball deep right field. And back goes, who's out there? McNeil. And makes the catch. So no runs, 1 hit. We go top of second. Moving along here. This is CP Cards and Dice. We're replaying the 2019 season. This is game 111. It's Joe Musgrove versus Noah Syndergaard. Let me just double check. These are some of my work text messages. I'm working from home. I just got to take a quick peek at them just to make sure they're not asking me for anything important. There's more for behavior. What do you misread? Guys, I misread it. I don't know if I would like to attend this. Oh boy. Okay. Anyway, I'm not gonna worry about that. Let's see. Rosario. Here's a pitch. It's a 3-4, and that's going to be a potential K. We roll a 7 and maybe a K -2 against a righty. It won't be a K, so we're going to roll for Rosario again. 5-5 off Rosario's card, and that's going to be a star line 2, which is a fly to right. And that is Melky Cabrera out there. Makes the catch. Next is a Damian Chilaria, 3-1 versus a righty. That's a star line. We get a star line result, and that's a 2, and that's a fly again to fly to right. So 3 fly balls to right field so far for Melky Cabrera. And here goes. It's going to be Thomas Nido, 5-5, and that's a potential error. So let's roll here, 5-5, and that won't be an error. It's going to be a 1-4, star line 4 with its chop to second. Frazier over to first, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the second. Okay, it's Noah Syndergaard pitch, 6-6. That's going to be a potential K against a righty, and Melky bank from the left side, so it's just blank. So we're going to roll now for off of Melky's card of 3-3, and that's line and caught by Rosario. Nice catch. Ahmed timed his leap perfectly. Next is Colin Moran, a 4-4. That's a potential K. A 19 won't be a K. That's a 4-6 off Moran, and a star line 4, which is a chopper to Frazier at first. That's going to be 3 unassisted. 2 out, and it's Kevin Newman, 6'4", range play ballpark. That's always exciting. It's going to be a 6-6. That's going to be a single to left. And our left fielder, who's our left fielder? He's Davis. There's no way Davis is a 4, so that's going to definitely be a single. And a big turn by Newman. He may try for second. Let me take a quick peek at Davis. He's a 1, so he does not get anywhere near that ball. So, and now we're going to have to roll here. And a 6, he's out. Newman is a 3, so we're going to see if he makes it to second base. He's trying for second base. The throw from Davis, and he decides he's going to stay at first base. This is going to be a 2-out single for Newman. Thought about going to second, made a big turn, and then saw the throw and decided against it. All right, so let's go. Let's see. It's going to be a 2-1 pitch from Syndergaard versus a righty that's a K+. It's almost guaranteed a K. I don't know if I roll that or not. It is a K. Because against a righty, it would be 19-17. You roll a 10. Strike 3, and that retires the side. No runs and 1 hit. We go to the top of the third. All right, Syndergaard is up 6-1 from Musgrove. That's a K. It is a K. 1 up, 1 down for the Mets. Now the lineup turns over to McNeil, Conforto, and Frazier. It's going to be a 4-2, and a 4-2 is a K. Again, a potential K, and a 6 will be. This is a righty, will not be a K. McNeil doesn't strike out much. He's more of a contact hitter. That's a 6-4, and that's going to be line to right, base hit. So McNeil, single, he's 1 for 2. Next is Conforto, 3-4. 3-4 is a potential K, and a 7 is a strikeout. So out number 2. And now it's Todd Frazier. That's a 3-1, and that's a star line result. A 1 is a fly ball center field. Selling under it is Marte, makes the catch, and that retires the side. No runs and 1 hit. We go to the bottom of the third. It's going to be the pitcher Musgrove against Syndergaard, a 6-4. And it's going to be a range play ballpark. See what happens. 6-2, it's a 5, that's 3. You may drop it for a hit. A 6-2 is a question mark 8. 17 is a potential home run off of Musgrove's card. He cannot hit a home run. So the 5 he does not. So there's no home run. Now the 5, it's a fly ball to 6-2. It's a fly ball to center field. Center field is for the Mets is Conforto, and I believe Conforto is a 4. I believe he's going to make that catch. Otherwise, it would drop in for a single. And Conforto, I believe, makes the catch. It does not. It drops in for a single. So the pitcher singles is on a first. There we go. All right, next is going to be top of the order now. It's going to be the lefty, Frazier, Adam Frazier. It's going to be a 3-4, and that's a range play, so we're going to go. And it's a 1-6 range play, the ground ball to third. Let's see what Echeverria is at third. I'm not too sure. I did not write that in. Echeverria at third base is a 3, so he does make the play. Now with a runner at third, this may turn into a double play. We're going to have to roll to see, and I'm not even going to calculate until I see the roll. And I know that's not going to be a double play. It's going to be, and it's plus, it's not even going to be a fielder's choice. Oh, wait, no. It is a fielder's choice. It is a fielder's choice for sure. We have 5-4 fielder's choice. All right, so on at first is Frazier. Got a lot of dice on the board there. Got rid of most of them. All right, Brian Reynolds. It's a 5-3 off Syndergaard. That's a ballpark result. Let's roll on the ballpark. It's a 1-2, and that's going to be popped up. And that's in foul territory. The catcher, Nito, throws his mask away and makes the catch. And it's Starling Marte. The 4-2, that's a potential K. A 10 versus a righty won't be a K. The 3-1 off Marte, and that's chopped to short. Rosario, throw to first, in time, gets Marte by half a step. So that's a no runs and 1 hit. We go to the top of the fourth. Bobby Cano is leading it off. And that's a 6-3. 6-3 is a range play. We're going to take that green die and we're going to roll it. That's a pretty high number, so it's probably going to be a hit. 4-6 off Cano, and that's a line drive to the first baseman, and the first baseman is Josh Bell. He's only a 2, so that's going to get by Josh Bell. And it may be a double. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what it says. Failed range check L3. Failed range check L3 is, yep, we're going to roll a 5 and a 6 double, and no, it's going to be a single. So cut off quickly by Cabrera and keeps it to a single here in the top of the fourth. So Cano leads us off with a single. And let's remove some of these dice, a lot of dice. Well, you gotta get into a nice rhythm with this game. It's a beautiful, beautifully designed game. J.D. Davis, here's the pitch. It's a 1-4. And it's going to say versus a righty, it's a strikeout plus, and that will be a K. Route number 1. Next is Rosario. That's a 1-6, and that's a range play ballpark. So we're going to roll, range play ballpark, and that's a 3-2. 3-2 is a blank, so that's going to take us to the rare play chart with a runner on, and we're going to roll these two over here. So 1-2, and it's going to tell me with less than 2 outs, and we have less than 2 outs. Grounded to second, he flips to shortstop for the pivot, but he is upended by the base runner. Check for injury to the shortstop. I'm playing with actual lineups, so it's going to be a 4-6 fielder's choice, and there's going to be no injury. We're going to check on the ball player. He's going to be okay. All right, so we're going to go to Adeiny Echeverria now. And there we go. That's a snake eyes. That's going to be a range play again. Another range play. See what happens for Echeverria. Oh, that's going to definitely be a hit. 4-4. It's going to be lined and base hit. Now we roll a 5 or 6. It's going to go for a double. It does not. It goes for a single. L3 single with Rosario. Let's see if we can. Well, it's a single, and Rosario is going to go to third base. So first and third now. And it's Thomas Nido. There's a pitch from Musgrove. And that's a 3-6. Quite double question mark. A 6 with double question mark with a righty batter. Nope. You're going to have to roll off of Nido. 4-1. And that's going to be lined and caught by the third baseman, Moran. And that retires the side. So it's 1 out, 2 out, and then 3 out. And that's how I double check. There were 2 hits in that inning. No runs, 2 hits. Let's leave 2. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Then we're going to start calculating. It's going to be 18. And we haven't gotten to 18 batters faced yet. I like the scorecard because you can see that very quickly. Let's see. Noah Syndergaard is on the mound for the Mets. And he's going to be facing Bell, Cabrera, and Moran. Here's the pitch to Josh Bell. That's a 4-5. It's an error, potential error on the ground. And that's going to be a 1-5. If it's a ground or a star line 5, it's a fly ball to center. And that's Conforto out there makes the catch, 1 away. Next is Melky Cabrera. 5-5 on Syndergaard. That's a potential K. A 13 won't be a K. We're rolling again. And it's a 6-5, and that's a star line 3, which is it's whipped to short. Rosario over the first, 2 outs. And now it's Moran. Here's the pitch. It's a 4-2. That's a potential strikeout. A 15 won't be a strikeout. And it's a 1-4 off Moran's card. And there's a righty. It's chopped to short. Charging is Rosario. Throw to first. And the out is recorded. We go to top of the 5th. It's Syndergaard batting. So 4-3. And that's going to be a potential error on the throw. Use that 1, 4-1. 4-1 is an S single up the middle for a base hit into center field, and it's going to be an error on the center fielder, Marte. He kind of misplays the ball, rolls away from him. Syndergaard's going to go to second. So it's going to be a single and then an E8 to get him to second base, and we're going to write that in here. Pittsburgh error. There you go. So Syndergaard's on at second base. There's no score here in the top of the 5th, but the Mets have a runner with nobody on at second base. Here's the pitch to McNeil. That's a 4-3. 4-3 again is an error on the throw. And we'll use that 19. No reason to not use that 19. It's going to be a 6-5. 6-5 is a ground ball to short. And we're going to roll 1 to see. Syndergaard does not beat that. There's just no way he's going to beat that. Syndergaard's going to stay at second. So it's going to be a 6-3. 1 away. Next is Michael Conforto, the pitch, 4-4. That's a blank. So we're going to roll off Conforto. That's a 5-5, and that's going to be a fly to right. Out number 2, under it is Melky. Next is Todd Frazier. We look at the 3-6. That's a double question mark, and it's that looks like a 10. Double question mark 10 versus a righty won't be, so we're going to roll off of Frazier, and that's a 3-2. 3-2 is lined and caught by the shortstop, Newman, and that retires the side. But the Mets pick up a hit, no runs. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. I'm sorry, the 5th inning. Excuse me. I don't start getting messages right now, but I'm not interested. All right, let's keep going here. Let me see what my daughter's sending me. Okay. Let's see, Kevin Newman. Pitch from Syndergaard, snake eyes. That's a blank. We're rolling for Newman. That's a 2-3, and that's a fly to left. Right there is J.D. Davis. Makes the catch. Stallings is next, 6-6. Versus a righty, that's a K. We roll a 4, that will be a K. And that's K number 1, 2, 3 for Syndergaard today. And the pitcher 5-1. That's a walk plus. We roll a 4, so I think I use that. And it's a 14, a walk plus. He's a 4. It's a 14 minus. There's no minuses on that. No, it is a walk. So the pitcher walks. It's on a first. Top of the order now. That's a 2-2. 2-2 is a K. We have to re-roll that. So 1, strike 3, and that retires the side. Strikeout number 4 for Syndergaard. So no runs, no hits. We go to top of the 6th. It's Robbie Cano against Musgrove. That's a 2-1. That's a potential strikeout. And 11 won't be a strikeout, so we're rolling off Cano's card. And that's a 4-6, and that's line and caught by the first baseman, Josh Bell. 1 up, 1 down. Next is J.D. Davis. That's Snake Eyes range play. And it's a 1-2, Starline 4, which is a ground ball second base. And I believe that's going to be past the second baseman, Frazier. Let's double check. And Frazier's a 4. No, he makes a great play and throws off one knee and gets Davis. Great play by Adam Frazier. Next is Rosario. 6-6. And the 6-6 has a K, and we rolled a 13. It won't be a K, so we're rolling off Rosario's card. It's a 4-2, and that's a fly to center. Marte's there, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits. This game's going pretty fast. We've got to start looking at fatigue ratings now. Syndergaard can go 24, and Musgrove can go 23. Musgrove has, I think, exceeded that right now. He's gone 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So he's done one more than he should. So we're going to start looking to make pitching changes. And 18, 19 for Syndergaard. He's got a few more. He's got a handful more. So let's go. It's going to be, I have Reynolds up. So I don't know why I have Reynolds up, but Reynolds is up. So it's going to be 2-4. That's going to be a potential K at 12. It won't be a K. So we're rolling off Reynolds, and it's a 6-6. It's a fly to center. 1 up, 1 down. Next is Starling Marte. It's a 3-5. 3-5 is a hit by pitch. He's -3. Marte is 17. So it is a hit by pitch. And this is the hardest one to write in there because it takes up a lot of space. I hate writing that in. Josh Bell. Josh Bell with lots of power. No score here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And that's a 5-2. 5-2 is wild. And a 7 will be wild pitch. So that sends Marte to second. Here's the pitch again now. Nope, it is going to be a 4-2 off of Bell. It's his star line 2. That's a 5. We roll a 6. He goes to third. He does not. So it's going to be a 5-3. 5-3 put out. 2 outs. And it's Melky Cabrera. It's a 5-1. That's going to be a walk plus 16. Let's see. On a righty, it's a 15 -2. Won't be a walk. We're rolling off of Cabrera. That's a 2-4, and that's a Starline 6, which is a fly ball right field in the gap. Racing after it is McNeil, and he makes a nice running catch out there to maybe rob a hit. No runs, no hits. We go to the top of the 7th. And we're going to have to bring in a relief pitcher now. It is that time. It's relief pitcher time. So we're going to bring in, let's see who we have coming up. Next, we're going to bring in Michael Feliz. Michael Feliz is coming in. So Musgrove pitched outstanding. Pitched 6 innings. No runs. All right, so it's going to be Feliz against Echeverria, Nito, and then Syndergaard. We're probably going to see a pinch hitter for Syndergaard as well. All right, so let's do that. So we went 6, and now it's Feliz is up. Feliz is on the mound, takes his warm-up pitches, ready to go. Echeverria. So 3-5, and that's going to be a K+. And the K+ is strike 3. Echeverria strikes out. Next batter is Nito. That's a 4-5, and that's going to be a K plus. 13 K plus is a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks for Michael Feliz. And it's going to be the pitcher Syndergaard. We're going to bring up the pinch hitter for the Mets. Who's it going to be? Who's pitching for the Mets? Let's see. It's going to be Pablo Reyes. He should be around. I believe he's around. Although I'm not totally sure since I don't have the. Let me check with the replay because I usually use them as a source as well as my box score. So I'm using both right now. 18-6. I'm going to check and see who I have in the bullpen, in the yeah, Pablo Reyes is there. So I'm going to go with Pablo Reyes as a pinch hitter over here. Oh, no, this is for the Mets. I'm sorry. Why is Pablo Reyes there? In the wrong stack. Okay, for the Mets, oh my God. With the Mets, I'm going to go with Altair. Altair's the man who's going to pitch hit. And we're going to do it like that. Pinch hitter. Here goes. Here's the pitch from Feliz 1-5. And that's a potential error. See what happens. 5-3. The fly ball to right will not be an error. There's no way he's an 8 in right field. Who's that? McNeil out there? There's just Cabrera's out here. There's no way Cabrera is not. He's a 2 in right field, so he's gonna make that catch. That's 9. So Altair, the pinch hitter, flies out to right. And it's no runs and no hits him to go to the bottom of the 7th. Colin Moran is going to be leading it off, followed by Newman and then Stallings against a new pitcher for the Mets. Who are they going to bring in? Mets are very quiet. Let me get some of the sound in the background I like to have. Let me see here. No crowd noise in the back. Mets are going to bring in Avilan and Raimi. Do I have a lefty coming up? Let's see. Yeah, I have a lefty. So Avilan's coming in. He pitched in this game. Oh, I have him here. I just have to track him down. There he is. So Avilan comes in to replace Syndergaard. And we're gonna look like that. Syndergaard went 6 as well. No runs, no earned runs. All right, so Avilan is going to be facing Moran, the lefty versus lefty. Here goes. It's a 3-2. 3-2 is a potential strikeout. We rolled a 13. That's a little bit high. It won't be a strikeout. So we're looking off Moran, a 2-5. That's a fly to center. Over is Conforto. Squeezes it. And Kevin Newman. Pitch from 1-2. 1-2 is a walk plus, but that's a 16 versus a lefty. He's a 17, and so it will be a walk. We're on first. Newman will try to steal. Let's see. Nope. That'd be really low for that to happen. Stallings is a pitch. It's a 3-4. 3-4 is a potential K. We rolled a 7. That should be a K versus a lefty. It is. Strike 3. That's out number 2. And now it's the pitcher's spot. So Feliz is going to be replaced with a pinch hitter. Again, let's see who the pinch hitter is going to be here. We are in the bottom half of the 7th inning. No score in this game. So the pinch hitter, let me see. Pinch hitters. Reyes is going to pinch hit. That's what I was talking about before. The Reyes comes in for pinch hit. And we need a new pitcher. 2 outs, runner on first. Here's the pitch, Avilan. And to Reyes, going to try to get him through the inning. 3-2, that's a potential K. That's 14, that is too high. So here goes off Pablo Reyes, 3-1. And that's going to be a ground ball and through the left side for a base hit. Newman, I think it's Seinfeld when I say that. Newman is a 3. He's a 4 because of the 2 outs, right? There are 2 outs in this inning already. So he's a 4. That's a, let's say it was a 3-1. It's going to be an S6. I doubt he's going to make it. He needs to be, yeah, he's not. I think he's going to stop at second base. Pinch hit single by Reyes. They're on first and second, 2 outs. And it's Frazier, the lefty. We're going to leave Avilan. And he can only go 3, so he's going to be fatigued now. He's already down, actually, he's down 4, so he's fatigued. So 5-1, and that's an error on the throw. And that's a 2-4. 2-4 is a ground ball to the third baseman. It won't be an error because that's a really high number. And third baseman Chavarria over to first, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. We go top of the 8th. And it's going to be, who's going to be? It's going to be the top of the lineup. It's going to be McNeil, Conforto, and Frazier against let's see, who's going to pitch. Look at a horrible item. Laureano can come in there. Maybe Laureano again. He's pitched a few times in the series. And he's going to come in and be Laureano. Phillies going 1 inning. Struck out 2. Let's be Laureano. Here goes against Jeff McNeil. That's a 1-5. 1-5 is a possible throwing error. That's a 2-3. 2-3 is a question mark 8. We're going to use that 6. So it's going to be versus a lefty. Is going to be an out. So there's not going to be any. It's going to be an F8. 1 up, 1 down. Next is Michael Conforto. It's a 3-1. Oh, it's a possible home run in a 17 versus a lefty. Oh, no, that's not going to be a home run. That was exciting there for a minute. 2-1. 2-1's a fly to deep right field, and back goes Cabrera to the track and hauls it in. 4-6 to Frazier. It's a range play ballpark. Range play ballpark. We're rolling a 3-3. And the 3-3 is going to be a star line 1, but it's a range play, and they'll make that catch. It's a ground ball to Moran. Nice backhand. Long throw to first in time to get Frazier. No runs, no hits. We're at the bottom of the 8th. Scoreless tie. And it's Brian Reynolds going to lead off. We're going to need a new pitcher for the Mets here. The Mets are going to bring in Robert Gsellman. Bob Gsellman's coming in. Just want to make sure he's available for the Mets. I can almost guarantee he's available for the Mets. I mean, pitchers. Yep, he's there. All right, Bobby Gsellman's coming in. He's going to be facing Reynolds. Here we go. Here's the pitch. It's a 3-5. And that's versus a lefty. He's a walk. He is batting lefty, so it's a walk plus. We rolled it so, but that's high. So versus a righty pitcher, it's going to be a 20 minus 280. So he does walk. So lead off walk for Reynolds, and we're going to try to get a lead. We don't get it. That's what, a 9? No, it needs to be a lot less than that. Marte now. So here's the pitch from Gsellman. That's a 5-6. That's a range play. Ballpark again. That's a 3-5. It's probably caught by somebody. 3-5, but you never know. It's going to be a ball that's hitting the gap and chasing after it is Conforto. Will he get to it? He does. Great catch. Michael Conforto racing back is Reynolds to first. Here's the throw, and not in time. So Conforto had the wherewithal to be aware that to get that ball to first base as fast as he could, and almost got Marte. I'm sorry, Reynolds. So Marte flies out, and now it's going to be Josh Bell. Pitch from Gazelman, that's a 3-6, and that's a range play. Off of Josh Bell's card. So 1-5er and turns into a 5. It's going to be a fly ball again to Conforto. Racing in and makes a nice catch. Back to back. Web gems by Michael Conforto in center field. Next is Cabrera. Oh, Conforto is a 3. He made that catch. All right. Conforto's a 3 in center field. Let me just make sure. In right field, he's a 4, I believe. In center field, he's a 3. Oh, no, right field, he's a 3. In center field, he's a 2. Oh, smokes. I got to be aware of that. He does have a -2 arm. So when we get Conforto, he's getting a lot of action out there. Range is 2. So hopefully I gave him that catch in center. I don't know if I did. I don't know if he caught that. Now that I'm thinking about it, I have to go back. I have to backtrack for Marte. I don't remember what I rolled, but I don't think it was a 2. I think it was higher than a 2. I actually think it was a 4. So that would have been a hit. Let me go backtrack here for a second. Let me go Josh Bell and Marte. And it was off the ballpark. I remember it was a D8. I rolled a 3-5. So I'm going to roll, and I believe it was a 4 that I rolled, and I was under the impression that Conforto was a 4 out there, and he was a 3 in right and a 2 in center field. So I'm going to backtrack, and I'm going to give him a double to center. And that's going to change. Now, the runner is Reynolds, and Reynolds is a 4. Let me look and see a double to center. Try to score first to home is a +1. It's a 4 -2 for the arm. +1 is going to be a 3. So we're going to try to score Reynolds. Here goes, and he holds up, does not score, so it's going to be holds up at third base. The Reynolds walked. He's on at third now, and it's a double for Marte. Second and third, infield is in now for the Mets, and it's Josh Bell. All right, so we have to kind of correct something. All right, here goes Gazelman. That's a 2-1, and that's going to be a 2-1 is a blank. So we're rolling off of Josh Bell, and it's a 2-2, and that's a star line 3, which is a ground ball to third. Infield's in. Nobody's advancing with nobody out. It's a 5-3. Everybody holds. Next is Melky Cabrera. Pitch from Gazelman, 5-5. And that's a potential K. We roll a 9. It will not be a K. We're rolling off Cabrera. See what happens. That's a 6-2. That's a fly to center. It could be a sacrifice fly. Well, it won't be. It won't be. So it's 2 outs now. So Mets are 1 out away from getting out of this very, very tight spot, if you will, here in the bottom of the 8th, where we have to kind of backtrack and replay and kind of replay an actual event here. I took a double away from Marte, and then I had to get it back. Colin Moran, the lefty. So we're going to bring in Justin Wilson to face Colin Moran. But that may bring us, who will they bring in to pinch hit? Then they'll bring in Elias Diaz or Jose Ozuna. So do I want Robert Gazelman facing Colin Moran, or do I want a lefty facing Ozuna? And I'm going to take a lefty facing Ozuna. So I'm going to bring in Wilson. And then we're going to get a pinch hitter. And Ozuna is going to play third. Ozuna pinch hitter because Wilson comes in, Justin Wilson. Let's get Wilson in for the Mets. He's a lefty specialist type. Had a really good season for the Mets. Been around a while. He's definitely a veteran. Just gonna find it right now. There he is. Okay. So Wilson's in. Ozuna's a pinch hitter for Colin Moran, and he's gonna stay in and play third base. And here's Wilson comes in. So it was 2/3 of an inning for 1 inning for Albion, 2/3 for Gazelman, and now we have a pinch hitter and a new pitcher simultaneously in the same box. All right, so here goes. Here's the pitch from Wilson. Runners on second and third. No score here in the bottom of the eighth. 5-1. That's a hit by pitch. He's a +1. It's a 4. We roll a 5. Oh boy, that was close. Almost nicked him. So we're rolling off of Ozuna, and that's going to be line base hit left field. That's going to get a run home. And Marte, let's see what Marte's speed is. We may try to score Marte as well. Marte's a 5. There's 2 outs. That's a 6. And left field, who's our left fielder? He is Davis. I don't know that Davis has any advantages for an arm. He does not in left field. So that Marte's going to score. So a 2-run RBI single by Jose Ozuna. 2-run score here. 2 RBIs. And the Pirates lead at 2-0. Newman is next. That's a 5-4, and that's a potential error on a grounder. That's a 6-6, and that's going to be line base hit to center. There's no error on that because that's too high. Conforto won't. Conforto, I believe, is a 2 out there in center field. He's actually a 0. So you can't make an error in center field. So that's going to be a single. And Ozuna's speed, see if he can get to. He's a 2, so he's going to hold second. So first and second now is Stallings. There's a pitch. That's a snake eyes. That's a K plus and 11. Will be a strikeout, and that retires the side. But the Pirates pick up 2 big runs, and they lead it 2 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. They lead it 2-0 here in the top of the ninth. Last licks for the Mets. It's going to be Cano, and we're going to bring in the closer for the Pirates. This game went pretty fast. And we made a lot of changes. Once we get to know the team, the changes go by faster because I know who to grab. So it's going to be Felipe Vasquez. He's the closer for the Pirates. Felipe Vasquez. Vasquez used to have another name and he changed his name. I can't remember his name. So Vasquez comes in, and it's going to be Robbie Cano. There goes. That's a 1-4, and that's a potential K. We roll a 2, strike 3. Robbie Cano chases the curveball. It's J.D. Davis, 4-3. 4-3 is a K plus again, and 8 will be a strikeout, back-to-back Ks. And now last out, the Mets are down to the last out. Ahmed Rosario, 3-2. 3-2 is a K plus again, a 20 will not be a K. And we roll off Rosario's card, a 4-5. And that's a ground ball, shortstop. Newman up with it, fires to first, and gets Rosario by half a step. And that's the ball game. Let's lose it by a score of 2-0. Wow, that went fast. And Mets had 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, and nothing from the last time they got a hit was the 5th inning, nothing in the 6th, 7th, 8th, or 9th. They were retired actually in order, 12 in a row after, 14 in a row. Actually 15 in a row after that leadoff single by Syndergaard. So Syndergaard's going to get the loss. And the win's going to no, not at all. The win is going to go to the loss is going to go to Gazelman. And then the win is going to go to Laureano. And that's it. So Mets, let's see if we can put this in. Mets, no runs. They had, I think, 4 hits, no errors. And the Pirates Interesting. Pirates had 2 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits, and 1 error. And that's a ball game. This is CP Cards and Dice with another presentation of the 2019 Mets game 111. The Mets, let's see, the Mets are going to drop to 57 and 54, and the Pirates are 1 game from being 500. They're 55 and 56. And this is the presentation of Tabletop Baseball TV and CP Cards and Dice. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys later.